Okay, so I'm back. He's already killed me once. What I had to do was lower the difficulty. Now, I know lowering the difficulty sounds like a big cop-out, and in a way it's a big cop-out, but with the game crashing a lot, I can't really justify playing this game. He's hitting me with imaginary bolts of whatever. He's hurting me somehow. Yeah. Okay, and that's how tough the game is. Yeah, and I suppose a good thing about this game is that it's so tough, and there's certainly a lot of areas where you can't actually go until you've leveled up, and perhaps that's why people actually like this game so much more than, let's say, Skyrim, which basically walks you through the difficulty levels. You never, the difficulty in Skyrim always scales wherever you need to go. So you go from Bleak Falls Barrow, which is moderately difficult, well, which is easy, sorry, and then you start going to the next area, fighting the dragon just outside Whiterun. Whoa! Did you see how high I jumped? Anyway, let's go somewhere else. Let's go to Suran. Well, I want to go to Suran. We will be there soon, Outlander. Yeah, what I was saying is that everything is scaled. So you go and fight the dragon just outside Whiterun. He's an easy dragon, and then the game slowly goes up more difficulty, yet you're never outmatched. In Morrowind, of course, there are constantly areas that where you're outmatched, and you just saw there, even on novice difficulty, that snowy Granius guy, because I'm just level 1 and essentially just outside, just off a prison ship, and I've probably been rotting in prison for weeks and months without any food. He can just slaughter me within a few seconds with invisible firebolts. I guess what he's firing at me is lightning bolts, and they're just not registering on the. They're not textured in at the moment. But that was kind of frustrating. Of course, if I was better, then I could kill him. Anyway, here we are in Suran. This gives us a chance to explore somewhere new. Let's just check the map where we are. So this is Suran, and as you can see, it's a bit closer to Mirandus and Penabi, so all I really need to do is go over this bridge, which saves me having to go over the... where I was last time was over here. There are a few things to do in Suran, but this is like a sunny tropical paradise. What I always used to do was, I wonder if there's anything good in here. Let's have a look. Is there some salt rice? There was I think there was a chest. There are basically a couple of items that I always used to steal in Morrowind, and over here I think behind a chest there was some sort of glass weapon, which, as you know, it's quite good. As a quick spoiler, I'm gonna, for people who haven't played Morrowind, well, you know, you'd be sport even if you looked at this game anyway. What is this? Black anther plant. It's just wrecked this person's garden. There is actually a ebony weapon inside the guard tower, and I always used to steal that ebony weapon. It was a magic one. I think it was frost enchanted. But this is Suran. Basically a more tropical area. It looks very, very different from Skyrim. And there are a few adventures to be had here. What have we got here? Buckets, tomatoes, elite hide and Kaguti hide. I think they are quite heavy. They're good ingredients anyway. Hound meat, they're ingredients as well. I think they restore stamina, as I remember. But there's plenty of things to do in Suran, just as there are in Balmorra, and who's behind there I don't know. Let's go up to the top level. And this place is a House Lalu place as well. Of course they get absolutely wrecked by the time Skyrim comes around and only the Redarin are around. There's some mushroom trees up there. What we got here is Suran Trade House. I haven't seen a guar yet. I'm sure I'm gonna come across a guar at some point. I'm getting lost in this town, even though it's only small. I've been here before, haven't I? Well, I'm an Argonian, so I can just jump over here. Yeah, if you've got a fast computer and you don't mind your game almost crashing, then I'd highly recommend to be the Steed. Now how do I get round this mountain? Well, looks like I don't really have to worry about that, because yeah, that's where I need to go. These places, I think they're a slave plantation or a farm. I think it's a farm. Let's have a look. All of this stuff over here is all very Ula's Manor. It's all very peaceful, isn't it? There's no animals or evil creatures trying to do you harm. These are all slaves, I think. Yeah, that's another wilderness quest. What are you? My background is fairly obvious. Are you wearing... well, I don't know actually. And there's lots of cornberries that we can harvest. Let's steal some cornberries, why not? And look at that, that is not somewhere where we want to go. Yeah, that is not a friendly place, as you could probably imagine. And this is the start of the Moligamar regions. Whoa. Vicious rat. Oh, that's a cliff racer. It's a wannabe cliff racer. Let's take that. I suppose they'll need to introduce those at some point. I hope there's an option to someone's got a mod which actually reduces the amount of cliff racers though. We do have to go to the Moligamar region unfortunately, so let's head our way down here. It's amazing that this guy is so good at mountain climbing. I haven't got the first person perspective thing loaded up, but I should do. Because that is a really good mod. And I think I've got it on my other game though. So you can see what that's like. On my other walkthrough, which has got about 10 people who've seen it. Right, so this is the area that's been blasted by the ashlands and the lava flow. I forget what they call it here. There's an ancestral tomb. Of course, because the Dark Elves always basically used to be like the Ashlanders. Ugh, let's get up here. Yeah. There's Mirandus, there's Sulipund, there's Penabi. Now I'm kind of hoping that isn't going to be... That's just a rat. Got anything good for me? Some gold? Won't bother with carrying so many skeever tails. And that's Mirandus, which is something that's... Is that something attacking me? Yeah, this is basically a Redoran, an old, well, it's an old Dark Elf fortress that's been taken over by the Redoran. If you're a member of House Redoran, they're friendly to you, but otherwise they attack you. I don't think I'm ready for that kind of thing. Is he going to attack me? No, he's okay. Look at that, he's pretty cool. My background is fairly obvious, so he's not that friendly. Trouble's House Redoran is really steamed up about the Caldera land grab. Caldera is in their territory and they should have gotten the charter. Worse still, they say that Halalu is slimming off the top of the Imperial Fat Cat company that got the charter. Since this is an Imperial company, Redoran can't get a house war contract on it. It'll come to violence, mark my words. Anyhow, this is quite a cool fortress. Usually they're taken over by bandits or by even nastier people. They can make a nice house if you take over it. If I carry on playing this game, and at the moment it's, you know, still kind of addictive, I'll probably add in a few mods. And there we go, there's Penabi. Mount Can, Mount Agmalar. There's usually, like I say, a lot more nastier creatures around here than I'm used to encountering. At the moment everything's quite placid. Is that a trauma route? Anyway, here's my first stop. Let's give it a quick save. And so what do I need to do in here? I need to go and find Manwë. Let's go and collect the dues off Manwë. What I hope doesn't happen is I hope it's not too heavy for me, because 2,000 gold is quite a lot of gold to carry. Can't you just write me a check? Anyway, here we are. Don't kill me. Here's Manwë. Guild dues, please. I left the Mage's Guild and dedicated my life to studying adaptive responses of quaternary variations in Oblivion streams. Fair enough. If Ranis Arathis wants the dues that much, why don't you just pay them yourself? I'm unconcerned with such petty financial matters. Well, I don't have 2,000 gold. Will you leave me alone if I give you 2,000 septims? I cannot leave my research unattended. Yes! Here, take the gold and leave me to my work. I advise here that you leave now. We're engaged in very serious research. If you disturb my colleagues, they may not be as understanding. Yeah, they're basically evil. They try to kill you if you go further. So let's get out of here. And as I thought, that's too heavy for me. Which is quite annoying, because what that means is I can't believe 2,000 gold is so heavy. I'll have to fast travel it or do something anyway, or adjust something. I want to complete the other quest that's here first of all, because I can't even drop all this gold. See, I just feel like a collector or something like that. Or someone just wanders around, having to never fight any money apart from rats, any monsters apart from rats. Man, this is a struggle. Well, I hope you're all enjoying the view anyway. It's nice to look around. This is one of the funny towers that they have. Name escapes me of the kind of towers they call them. Is it Telvanni Towers? No, the Telvanni Towers are the plant style towers. No, I can't remember what they're called. They're supposed to be the... They're basically supposed to be the oldest structures on that were built by the Dark Elves. Now someone in the comments will probably have a go at me and saying that I don't know what I'm talking about again. And you're right, I don't. Oh bloody hell, come on. Right, okay, that's a bit too much for me, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause things there, and I'm going to somehow probably have to do something with the console to get back to Balmoral so I can drop off all this gold.